right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Today is Wednesday, July 24th, and mercifully, it was the final game of the Subway Series. Gerrit Cole got rocked, and the Yankees still continue to struggle offensively. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium,
New York City.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back, kid.
Welcome back, everybody. As Joe Girardi would say, it is not what you want. Might as well have a group therapy session, Yankees fans, because this one was tough. So get your comments in. Let us know how you're feeling. Infernus DeRoma says, it's right in front of us.
It's all right there in front of us.
Unbelievable. I know what I'm feeling. A mixture of embarrassment and befuddlement and frustration and just general pissed off. I know we're going to get trolled by the Mets fans tonight. I'm okay with that. We deserve it. The Yankees are in what pilots would call a dead man's spiral, and the motherfucking ocean is getting bigger in the window. It is not looking good. Absolutely disgraceful performance from the New York Yankees tonight and throughout this entire Subway Series. The two games earlier in the year at Citi Field and the two games tonight. Mets have now swept the Yankees in the Subway Series for the entire season for the first time since 2013. We got a few voicemails tonight expressing what I think a lot of us feel. The disgust that I know I share. So I'm going to sprinkle them somewhat throughout the podcast tonight whenever I feel like I'm boiling over.
What an absolute disgrace this team is. Yankee fans, listen, this is what you need to do for change. Stop going to games. Stop buying merchandise. Stop buying $20 chicken buckets. Stop supporting this garbage team. Because until you hit Howard's money is, the only thing he cares about is money. He doesn't care about winning. Doesn't care about World Series titles. He just cares about money. Take money out of his wallet, then you'll see change. Until then, we're going to get the same crap dribbled out day in and day out.
I hate to say it, but he's not wrong. 40,000 people in the ballpark every night does very little to encourage the Yankees to fix this mess. I'm going to propose some on-the-field changes in a few minutes, internal and external. But I just wanted to point out that year in and year out, this happens. At some point, you have to look to the leadership. You have to look to the organizational philosophies, the mindset behind roster construction, the analytics. You have to just figure it out. Figure out what's at the root of these problems. And firing another hitting coach won't get it done. They do that every year. Everything in this organization feels like it's fruit from some kind of a poisonous tree. Fire everybody. Hal is not wrong. I feel bad for Hal. $300 million should get you a lot more. How many guys are we paying to not even be on the roster right now? Fire Cashman, fire Boone, fire Fishman, fire his entire coaching staff, fire the trainer, fire the scouts, fire fucking everybody. Change everything. New light bulbs in the clubhouse, different coffee brand in the break room, switch from Delta to American Airlines. I don't care what you got to change. Anything that you can change needs to be changed. Change the fucking Wi-Fi password. Change Randy Levine's adult diaper brand. Change it all. Because as Gary Wanamaker says here, George is absolutely rolling in his casket right now. I'm astonished that this team is collapsing before our eyes again. It's like deja vu. It's like Groundhog Day. It is a slow motion train wreck, and we are all on board. Gerrit Cole, another tough night. You might remember earlier this year, he got destroyed by the Mets. 4 home runs at Citi Field. So tonight he joked around before the game, hey, I owe them one. Well, now he owes them 2. More trouble with the long ball. I thought he was Carlos Rodon out there throwing with his right hand. They switched jerseys. Velocity was good out of the gate. I was encouraged from the beginning. 97 in the first inning. Cutter looked okay. But he just couldn't keep the ball in the ballpark. You have to wonder if he's an ace anymore, or if that elbow injury in spring training was the beginning of a downward slide after the peak of a Cy Young season in 2023. Unbelievable. Excalibur says Severino was right when he said that the Yankees only have 2 good hitters. CTC card says the damn Bigelow T is the cause of all this. Fuck Bigelow T. By the way, tonight's episode sponsored by Bigelow T. I'm just kidding. All right, let's talk about how embarrassing this one was, because right now, that's the most profound emotion that I feel right now, and it's the one I feel like the Yankees should feel the most. The entire organization should be feeling embarrassment. As fans, we have so much emotional energy invested in this team. And we pay these enormous ticket prices, the merchandise prices, the jerseys are $400 now. Astronomical payroll year in and year out, and every year they give up in about June. What is with this team? We still run guys like J.D. Davis out there, who did get a hit tonight, 1 for 3, hitting a robust .218 on the season. But we still got utterly dominated by our quote-unquote little brother. So I want to suggest a few changes, internal and external. I saw a few people suggest tonight and over the last few days that the Yankees should just pack it in and sell. I don't think that's going to happen. Are they playing well? No. But this team has had stretches where they've been impressive, and you still got Judge and Soto. They're still in a playoff position, so they're not going to subtract. They're going to add. There was a lot of talk about the pressure on Brian Cashman tonight, and you're damn right, there should be. He has been utterly unable to produce a competent baseball team despite nearly unlimited resources. I don't think he have ever been allowed to rebuild this team. They're going to try and win while they have Judge and Soto, but they're going to need changes, both internal and external. I've been thinking more about the trade deadline, and I keep going back to one guy in my mind, Ryan McMahon. I'll tell you why. We all know that there's been a massive lack of production from the leadoff spot and from the cleanup spot. Dead last in the major leagues in OPS from the cleanup spot entering tonight, .586. And Wells went 1 for 2 with a couple of walks tonight in the cleanup spot. So the Yankees need to solidify those 2 spots before they can even consider themselves a contender to get themselves out of this rut. We might get Giancarlo back soon, but I still view him as a number 5 hitter because I don't want Judge and Stanton hitting back-to-back in the lineup. It's too similar. They're the same size. You can get them out the same way with sliders down and away. I don't want them going back-to-back. You got to squeeze somebody in between there. As I said last night, I think Dominguez fits in at the leadoff spot because he's a switch hitter, he takes pitches, and he's fast, which means we're in the familiar position of needing a middle-of-the-order bat who can hit from the left side, and it would be better if he could play third base, maybe second base. And Ryan McMahon, I believe, is the perfect fit. Left-handed, check. Plays third base, check. Productive, 118 OPS, 2.9 WAR, or 118 OPS plus, 2.9 WAR. So, check. He's hitting .270, .356 on-base percentage, 14 home runs. The only issue is that the Rockies are notoriously difficult to trade with. They always overestimate how good they are. They hang on to their players. And, given how far back they've fallen, I mean, it's just idiotic to not trade any resources you can to try and get better in the future. They're 37-65. They're 24 games out. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're going nowhere fast. And I'm sure that McMahon's agent is probably calling up that GM and saying, hey, my guy's in his prime. He's 29 years old. He wants to play for a winner. So don't be surprised if they pull some strings and he ends up getting traded. I think it'd be a perfect fit for the Yankees. The question is, what would the Rockies ask for? And honestly, I think you could get him for a reasonable price. I don't think they're going to have to deal Spencer Jones to get him, nor Jason Dominguez. Nothing probably top 5 in the system. You can probably get him for some mid-level guys, and you got to do it. His swing would definitely play well in Yankee Stadium. One criticism is that Rockies players kind of, they play worse on the road than they do at home, but that's not true of him. 804 OPS at home, 790 on the road. So basically the same. 7 home runs both home and away. Roughly even. And I don't think he'll be negatively affected by moving to the Bronx. So, as a matter of fact, you move a veteran to a team that has a chance to win, a lot of times they get better. So if you make that deal and you get back Stanton and you bring back Dominguez, this is what the lineup looks like. Dominguez in left, batting leadoff. Soto in right, batting second. Judge batting third and center. McMahon batting fourth at third base. Stanton batting fifth at DH. Wells, your catcher, batting sixth. Volpe seventh at short. Rice eighth at first. And then Torres or Vivas or whoever they get for second base batting ninth. And that's it. That's a solid lineup. It's righty-lefty all the way up and down. It's got some power. Now, injuries could happen. And also, Rice isn't doing much right now either. He might need some more time in AAA. Rice is now hitting 196. So, he's hit some home runs, but wouldn't blame the Yankees if they sent him down at some point when, Rizzo came back. Even though I don't think Rizzo's going to give you much more. What happens to Verdugo in that scenario? He takes over Grisham's role as the fourth outfielder. What happens to Grisham? Who cares? Do you replace Gleyber Torres? I'd like to, but it's more important to fix the leadoff spot, cleanup spot, third base. You still need bullpen help. You still need someone who can miss bats and take over the closer role. But just by adding McMahon, Dominguez, Stanton, possibly a second baseman, the lineup gets a lot more functional. As for the bullpen, if there's one place that I actually trust the Yankees, it's picking up some bullpen pieces. We've had some guys that didn't work out. Caleb Ferguson, obviously Victor Martinez, things like that. But, Tonkin, Tim Hill. Well, Tim Hill got hit hard tonight, but the Yankees have found some diamonds in the rough, and I think they can do it again. All right, before we get to the recap and the rest of your reactions, which I'm sure are going to be quite colorful, quick shout out to tonight's sponsor, NordVPN. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. It helps you protect your data, protect your online privacy, and as an added benefit, it can help you get around the MLB blackout rules, which are crazy. Visit nordvpn.com/NYY Recaps and get a 30-day money-back guarantee. You will love it. Let's recap.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
F. Szyminski says, how many more pathetic humiliations? Fire Boone tonight. Pathetic display for a once proud team. So sick of this. I need something to change. Appreciate it. Sharif is blessed says Soto would be a fool to stay here. Super chat from Lightning Monkey says the complete and utter shite we're in, shoulder deep. Guys aren't hitting. Pitching has broken down. We went 98 Yankees to midseason 23 Yankees form in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Gonna go summon George with your Ouija board over there. Anyway, Jeannie NYC says, who will be the Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama of the Yankees to force Boone and Cashman out? I think they got lifetime contracts, man. I think they're going to stay. I think they're going to die in office. That's what I project. Anyway, thanks for the chats, the super chats there. 1-2-3 first inning for Garrett Cole to set the tone, and then Gleyber Torres homered last night, homered again tonight. We said last night it could be his final home run as a Yankee, but obviously was not the case. Went deep today, 389, 103.6 off the bat, 10th home run of the season. His name's been popping up more in trade deadline talks the last few days in rumors. Be interesting to see if the Yankees move him. Bottom 2, Soto made an outstanding catch, one of the few baseballs that Garrett Cole threw today that stayed in the ballpark.
Dollar defense.
Mets tied it up with a home run by Tyrone Taylor. And then Juan Soto went deep, 26th home run of the year for him. 110.9 off the bat, 443 feet. No doubter, kind of looked back at the catcher to talk some smack. But unfortunately, the Mets had the last laugh. Home runs by Alonso, a couple of home runs by Lindor. Just an awful night for Garrett Cole. He was done after 5 2/3. He gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 3 home runs and a very tough day for number 45.
It stinks.
Sharif is blessed, says Gene Michael clearly built the 90s teams, not the fraud we have now. I highly recommend Andy Martino's book, The Yankee Way, about the Cashman years. It delves a lot into Gene Michael and some of the other folks who were instrumental in building that. Doug Rouse says, we just got another It's Right in Front of Us from Bonehead, I guess.
It's all right there in front of us.
F. Szymanski says, Stanton, get off your ass and get back in the lineup. Yeah, I think it's time. Look, play through some pain. Let's get going. Let's get back in there. You're better than J.D. Davis, even when you're bad. Mets poured it on, and the Yankees lose a nail-biter, 12-3.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Man, unfortunately, it looks like the Yankees have the highest paid batting practice pitchers you'll ever see. Anytime they make a mistake, it seems like it's getting taken absolutely yard. It's never like, oh, there's a CNI single. It's a crush. There's another 415-foot home run, and interchange the pitcher, doesn't matter. Stroh, Rodon, who's actually pitched a good game last time, Cole, everybody they go out there, they take their turn getting rocked, it seems. Sucks to watch, to be completely honest. It's just hard to swallow. I don't know what they're going to...
All right, that's enough. E-Money says Cole should be working at the finest Italian establishment in Manhattan, serving up meatballs.
Time to stop throwing these fucking meatballs.
Big super chat here from Yosef Yahoo says, the sad fact of it all is that we as fans continue to support what once was the standard of excellence in all of sports, and that is now substandard. Profit-driven, $300 million franchise. Just crazy. This team used to be about winning. They just don't gel. You know, they kept talking on the game about how the Mets have gelled and how they've come together and gotten better. How come the Yankees never get better? We only seem to get worse. Every year we start off like gangbusters, it seems, and then things just go right down the tubes. Thank you for the super chat. Ivy Leather says, move Wells to third. If he keeps developing his bat, he could be too good to sit. He is looking very patient at the plate. That's one of the few positives tonight. He also had a base hit. He's up to 225, which, doesn't blow your hair back. Definitely doesn't blow my hair back. But he got off to a tough start. He's been a little bit unlucky, 726 OPS, so it's climbing. So that's good. Jay Paul says, Mets are in the good place Boone always talks about. I'd like to be in the good place right now. For those of you who've seen that show. Anyway, the Yankees played like just horse's ass tonight. Let's get to some final thoughts here. As we wrap it up, I'm going to go outside and just have a nice stiff drink and think about this one. CT Card says, we start great and end horribly. Seems to be the pattern. We got another voicemail here that points out the difference in energy between these two teams, and I'd like to play this for you.
Hey, Derek. This is Wayne again. I love the show, man. I really enjoy the voicemails. Hey, I got to say, it just looks like in tonight's game, the Mets really want to win. They're passionate. They're fired up. I don't see that in our dugout hardly ever. Once in a while, Soto goes off and Judge gets some guys pumped up, but for the most part, that's a dead dugout, bro. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Well, I wish I was doing better, but you're not wrong. I mean, the Yankees dugout looks deflated. They just look bored almost, disinterested. You can't skip to the playoffs. You can't fast forward through the season. You got to play it out. You got to earn your way there. Lou Rom says this team needs an exorcism. 100%. Peter Rex says to think you look like Kojak just for this team. I'll take it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like and subscribe. We're on a mission for 50,000 subscribers. When we get there, we're going to give away a ton of stuff. But I don't blame you if you have lost interest in the Yankees because they are playing like horse's ass right now. But hopefully they turn it around. We got 6 days till the trade deadline, 5 as of an hour and 12 minutes from now. So, hopefully Cashman gets to work and gets to fixing this team. I will see you when I see you. Have an excellent evening. Be sure to call into the voicemail 718-899-1068, and I'll see you next time.